Hi everybody, it's Mr. Gray here. As usual, we have a million things going on, and so let's get right to it. Coming up next week, there's a few things going on. Number one, the kids are presenting their board games to the 4th grade APIS class and the 6th grade APIS class on Tuesday. So they've been working really hard on them. I know they're really excited. I think that'll be a really fun thing. As a APIS community, we haven't gotten all the way together this year, but we'll have a couple opportunities to do that. And this is the first one. So that'll be on Tuesday. The kids might be dressing up, bringing their board games, but I really appreciate parents' support in getting all the materials and getting them to school and back from school. So thank you very much for that. On Wednesday is Global School Play Day. Global School Play Day is a play all day day. So the kids play all day, no screens, but board games, card games, outdoor play will be all part of the day. So we'll spend a part of the day playing with our buddies actually outside in the morning. We do have a art lesson that day that got moved from a different day. And then we'll do some inside play, and then we'll have some more inside play time, and then probably a little more outdoor play time as well that day. So that's like a really, really fun day. Kids don't need anything that day. Any work or anything like that. It's purely a all-day play day. If you want more information about it, there's a website about it, but it's a really fun break, and the kids look forward to it every year, so it's been really fun. Global School Play Day is Wednesday. In the Thursday folder that came home on Thursday, there is a paper about Candygrams that's a fundraiser for the school. I just wanted to remind you that if you saw those and you were interested in doing that they're due on February 7th, and the kids can just bring it to me, and then I'll pass it on. And then we will have a short Valentine's Day party on February 14th. I'm going to talk to some students next week about kind of what that party is going to look like. I have some ideas about that. Then I'll send you more information, but it'll be pretty low-key, and it'll be a nice thing to do for that day, so it'll be really fun. On March 2nd is going to be Read Across America Day. I'll have more information about that. We're going to do a little fun event with that. And then March 9th, there's a link in the updates page all about the Girls Talk Night. In Reader's Workshop next week, we're continuing our debates. Previously, we all focused on the same debate. Now the class got split into 3 groups of about 5-on-5 teams. And each of the 3 5-on-5 teams are looking at a specific subject. Are extreme sports worth the risk? Should we protect humans from sharks or sharks from humans? And they've been poring over articles and resources and collecting evidence. They're prepping for their final debate. They're going to put together an opening statement and like their main points. They're even going to have rebuttals and cross-examinations of the other group. And so we're going to practice that on Monday and Tuesday. Thursday will be their actual debate day. It is a formal debate. I'm going to suggest that students dress up a little bit to take themselves seriously. So each of the 3 debates will happen that day, and the kids will get a grade from me based on their own individual work preparing for the debate, as well as their participation in the debate. Audience members who are not in the debate will be watching and giving scores to both teams and individuals, and that will be used to give out some awards for who is the most enthusiastic debater, who had the best opening statement, which team maybe won, like which team did the absolute best in the debate, and we'll give out some awards on Friday. But the kids have been working really hard on that, and so I think there'll be a really fun debate on Thursday. In Writer's Workshop, we're going to continue our argument essay, our second one. The kids already turned in one. We kind of looked at some of those today, and I'll finish grading those this weekend. But then in preparation for turning in our second one, we're going to do a few things next week. The first is we're going to look at analyzing the evidence. So before we were trying to collect all this evidence and maybe rank it, but now we want to analyze it for how relevant it is, how strong it is it supported by other pieces of evidence, and hopefully then we'll be able to pull out the best pieces of evidence for argument. We'll also talk about appealing to the audience. So sometimes arguments can get very stale because you're just kind of writing what you think, but we want to look at what it looks like to appeal to an audience, appeal to a reader, and see how that can make our argument stronger. In math, we're going to continue our whole numbers and expressions unit. We're going to look at prime factorization next week and review that, and then the kids will take a quiz later on in the week about prime factorization and order of operations. For social studies, we have been looking at the road to the revolution. What were the important events and people leading up to the time of the revolution? We looked at colonial life. We had Colonial Day on Friday. And now we're turning into the revolution. So we went from like the 1740s to the 1770s, and now we're going to really look at the final events leading up to the revolution and into the actual American Revolution. And so we're going to start off by talking about what does it even mean to have a revolution? What does that mean? And I'll help set up our discussions and our work later on. And then we'll look at some of the significant figures of the revolution. really as a sneak peek. We're kind of going to learn about some of the people that we haven't met yet that aren't going to be important until later on in the unit, but we kind of want to be familiar with some of the important people, some of the important names that are going to have a big effect on the revolution. In science, we're going to move on to our next unit, which will start with looking at the question, how much fresh water is on Earth? And we'll kind of explore and investigate that. And of course, the kids will have science with Mrs. Marco at the end of the week. In vocabulary, we're continuing with Wordly Wise. At the end of the week on Friday, the kids will have a quiz on lessons 1 and 2, the words of Wordly Wise, and they'll turn in some of their practice work that they've been doing. But they've been working hard on that, so that'll be a really nice thing. So we got lots to do next week, debates and writing. We have Global School Play Day, quizzes and math and vocabulary. So there's a lot happening next week, but I think it's been a lot of fun and it's been awesome. So thank you again for all your support. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.